What's going on, guys? I'm Johnny Alonso for Click on This. Now, have you ever had an idea or invented something in your head that could possibly make your job or your life just a little easier? Now, sure, we all have. I mean, we've all invented something, at least one time or another. Even an excuse. But have you ever gone to the drawing board to see it through? Probably not. It takes a lot of tenacity and courage and creativity, trial and error and skill to make it happen. So in this episode of Click on This, I'm going to be talking to a very good friend of mine, Irv Becker, who's re-revolutionizing the hair industry with his new hair cutting tool, the Ledge comb. So all you hairstylists, tune in. This is your episode.
Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, we're gonna be able to do this all day.
I might not have done like 4 times.
Okay, so let's just start from the top. How did this all begin?
Well, I've been doing hair a long time. You and I go way back, and I was doing hands-on workshops when I was a platform artist for like Paul Mitchell, and then I kind of branched out on my own. So doing the platform stuff was a little different than going hands-on workshops. So I started noticing stylists were having a consistent problem. Okay. They were having an issue with keeping the clipper blade stable on the comb as they're doing tapering up the hair. It's a part of what we do when we're cutting short hair. Okay. So I'm thinking in the back of my mind, if I had a comb that had a little bit of a lip or ledge on the bottom of it, it would give some stability to what they're doing. And I would see this issue over and over, and I would tell them, look out for the spine of the comb, and they would still have the issue. So fast forward all these years, the ability to get prototypes made and CAD drawings started becoming more available. And I have a very good friend named Eric Novak who works for a machine company. And I said, Eric, if I give you a drawing of something, do you think one of your engineers could make one of those CAD drawings, which is computer animated drawing? So years ago, you would have had to spend money for a blueprint drawing to get the mold made and not even knowing if it worked yet. May produce a comb that did not work. So by trial and error with this prototype machine, I was able to get the comb made to the specs that I designed it, and it was pretty amazing because it was all local. I mean, I'm a big fan of Baltimore. You and I are fans of Baltimore, so I've been trying to do as much of this here as possible. So all of that came from that original idea and then having the ability to do it.
So now that you have your patent, what's next?
Well, when you create any product, and this was something that I had to learn, is that patents aren't always guaranteed. You can file for patent protection, and you'll see on products it'll say patent pending. And I thought that was basically the end of it, but that's not true. They give you the initial, okay, we'll look at what you've got and give you that protection, but then they really, analyze this and consider, has this been done before? Is it an obvious invention? You can't patent breathing, so there's certain things that aren't patentable. So I went through that process, and it's very time consuming, and there were some things that had to go back and forth, but the attorneys have to use a specific language to get the patent filed. But now I've actually been granted a US patent, which is huge to know that I've got the only product like this now nationwide to protect myself in case anybody tries to infringe on my invention.
Any social media?
Okay, so going through all these stages, your patent, your trademark, getting them produced. Now I've got this product, what do I do with it? So thank God we are living in the age of social media. And above and beyond the Facebooks and things like that, I've been very lucky and fortunate to know people like you on a show like Click on This that's given me some great exposure, local news. My website is being designed right now, www.theledgecomb.com. So a lot of it's been word of mouth. You can't always just get your product into the retail outlets when you're a new, basically nobody company starting, but I definitely have a niche, and the social media stuff's been very, very big. So I've been putting it out on Facebook, Bloom.com, BehindTheChair.com, all of our industry trade websites, they allow you to post things. So I'm posting photographs, little images of my comb, my logo, and hairdressers have been responding. I'm getting emails from LA, Texas, Minnesota, New York, and they're all saying, when can we buy? When can we buy? As I said, it's unique, and a lot of our industry are beauticians, so this barbering tool will help them feel more confident when they're doing men's hair cutting, which is, big. It's a huge part of our industry now. So it's a simple idea. I'm almost amazed that no one had thought about it to this point, but I'm glad they didn't, because all these years now to actually have it done is fantastic. So guys like you are getting me out there first, so I appreciate it.
Irv, thank you so much for being on the show.
Johnny Alonso, thank you. Always a pleasure, brother.
Anytime, man. Anytime.